Hello everybody, the Nameless Narcissist here once again. Simple Man, diagnosed with NPD, giving you the facts of narcissistic personality disorder and things that go on in my head. If you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe, but keep in mind, I am no clinician. I can only speak to my own experiences. So, interesting one today. My rock bottom, my narcissistic collapse, as some people call it. I get a couple questions about this every now and then. Like, what did my collapse look like? What happened? What caused it? And fuck, it was a rough time, let me tell you. So I was 19 at the time, I want to say, and I had just gotten back from basic training. Now, for some context, before this, I was super popular. I was just out of high school. I had a huge group of friends. Everybody adored me. I went to college. I was super popular at college, too. I was fucking living my best life. Like, I look back on that, and I'm like, man, I was drowning in self-esteem juice. I spent 3 years not going a single day without seeing somebody, without getting somebody to validate me, without making people laugh, without getting people to admire me, without like rubbing my intelligence in their face. I was constantly messaging people. There was no break for my acquisition of self-esteem juice. Then I went to basic training. I was like, I was leaving for France or something. It's like World War I just ended. Or was beginning, I don't know, seeing me off on like a boat. Like fucking the only thing I saw on all of the social media was people telling me goodbye and that they were proud of me. And so when I finished basic training, I was like, well, I expect, a brilliant celebration when I get back. I expect, I expect to be like coming home from war. Little did I know that things had changed since I'd been gone. Yeah, people move on without you, apparently, when you're at basic training. Like, all of my two main friend groups that I kind of put at odds with each other most of the time. I'll never admit that to them. But I'd try to, like, kind of use myself to kind of, like, make sure they didn't talk to each other because I didn't like that. I don't like when, like, two of my groups mix. I hate that. And I think that's just because I'm paranoid about my lies or the things I tell getting out, and being exposed to like other people. That shit scares the fuck out of me, I'm not gonna lie. And I think that might be why some people are like, oh, my narcissist doesn't want me to hang out with people, because like it does bother me when like my girlfriend, like, hey, not my current girlfriend, but when my girlfriends would hang out with my friends and stuff. Because, like, I'm, like, lying to these people. I'm kind of talking shit about them or talking shit about my friends. And I'm like, shit, this might get out. I'm like, please, girlfriend, go hang out with your friends. Don't talk to mine, though. Getting all worried about it and shit. And all of them kind of realized while I was gone, I'm kind of an asshole, I guess. I remember, like, somebody was like, oh, we should have a you coming back party. And I'm like, yeah, sure. And they're like, oh, can we invite all these people you've never met in your life? And I was like, isn't this a party about me? Aren't I the one that came back? Why would I want these strangers here that I don't care about? Fucking bitch. And like as time wore on, I just wasn't being invited to things anymore. I lost like so many of my friends, so many. And I started like drinking pretty heavy because I went from drowning in self-esteem juice to basically none. I was too depressed to like go get a job. I was being dragged to hell and back by my borderline ex, who, fun fact, and that's actually how I lost another friend there, because I'm like throwing tantrums and emotionally dysregulated. And I slept with my one of my close friends like very recent exes. Allegedly, they may have been trying to work things out from what I hear, but I fucking doubt it. I think that they just want an excuse to hate me. Because all these goddamn men in my life have some wild complex about me, which I can't blame them. I mean, look at me. And also, they were I guess after being a sycophant of somebody for like years and just extensions of somebody, just their sidekick, there's not much, I imagine some resentment would build. And that just keeps going on. I'm just lashing out at more people. There was one really bad night where I got super wasted, drove a bunch of my other friends away. I got like Some of them were over. I just started yelling and ranting in a full-blown rage, saying how everybody betrayed me, how everything was their fault, how all of them are pieces of shit, how I don't give a fuck about anybody. I don't need anybody. I can live alone. I gave them everything. And to a certain extent, I did. None of those people, even like the individuals in the group, none of them would have been friends with each other if it weren't for me. I want to make that clear, that yes, they don't owe me anything for that. And there's a little bit of self-enhancing, self-sacrificing entitlement going into that. But I was the leader, and I took care of my own. Except when I didn't. The borderline's still dragging me through hell, telling lies to everybody about me. Fucking shit-talking me, all my ex-friends. Apparently she got to be friends with them, but I didn't. Guess that's the benefits of being a hot girl. God, I'm on something today. And then eventually, even my best friend cut me off because the borderline, when she got into a new relationship, sent me like this very affectionate letter. I still have a picture of it to this day, just in case I need it. And he told me that if I didn't tell the other friend I was with that she sent that to me, that he was going to tell her. And I was like, you're a sack of shit. How dare you betray me like that? Now I gave him everything. That's the one person in my life who there's another guy too. Another guy that cut me off during that time. I had I'd been out with his girlfriend like 2 years ago at that point. And I did my best to make up for it, but then eventually he just ghosted me out of nowhere. When everybody else started ghosting me, he was like, guess this is not ghosting me, cutting me out. He was like, now this is my chance. Let's get out. Then that best friend cut me out. And I was really close with his girlfriend too. And yeah. So I was basically out of friends at that point. Completely alone, in my own thoughts, being faced with the only person in the world I did not want to talk to, myself. And like, that's what really fucking started waking me up to some of my issues, is because I kind of realized during that period, there was just this one night that I was just like sitting there, just like, still despondent. I was cleaning my rifle, and I just felt so deeply the fucking darkness in me. Just like that emptiness was just like threatening to rip out of me. And I was like, oh my fucking God, this is what I've been running from my entire life. I've been running from this darkness, the thing I thought I killed in the past, this loneliness. And I'm just sitting there feeling so fucking pathetic. And I have like this idea where I'm like, well, they don't get to fucking do this to me. Nobody hurts me except for myself. If I'm going to go out, it's going to be on my terms. One last fucking defiance to all these people that betrayed me. And I tried to hang myself. Somebody actually found me. One of the few friends I had left, I forgot I had invited them over. They found me. That's one of the only times that's one of the only times I almost unprovoked got into a physical fight, because I was like, piss off, I just want to die, and that's my right. And they calmed me down. Good times. After that, though, I was basically like, well, this era of Jacob is over. I have to kill off this one now. Time to remake myself. And so I took one of the only friends I had left. Me and him got an apartment together. I got the job at the prison, and I remade myself. I became basically what you see right now. I learned that talking to people about their problems was a better way to get self-esteem juice than being a domineering asshole. I started to take a step back from leadership stuff in friend groups, trying to be more of a second-hand man, and if I had to, manipulate behind the scenes. I hid my grandiosity better. I hid my domineeringness better. I tried to subtly brag nowadays. I hid my insecurities. Started hiding my insecurities way better too. When I would get into a mood, nobody would know at that point. Because before, I'd have little breakdowns where people would occasionally see them, like once in a blue moon. For this period, nobody fucking saw it. at most what they would see is me drinking angrily. Yeah, angrily drinking. That's a weird way to phrase it, right? Angrily drinking in front of a TV, brooding about my life, but I wouldn't let it be known unless I got angry and ranted about somebody. And like now I view that old Jacob as kind of distinct from who I am now. To me, there's like 4 Jacobs, including me. There's baby Jacob, which was all my weight, which I just kind of view as wasted potential, as somebody who could have been great but then was broken. Disgusting Jacob, who was like me from probably when I entered double digits up until high school, more or less. Then there's Emperor Jacob, who was just, very popular in high school, very domineering, very angry, valued loyalty over everything, would have your back, but if you even suspected you would stab him in the back, he'd fucking destroy you and ostracize you from everybody you ever knew. One person I did that to. I remember him talking to one of our mutual friends, being like, oh, I don't think anybody's going to come to my graduation party, but you're going to come, right? And then the guy was like, yeah, of course I will. He didn't. Pretty sad now I'm thinking about it. I remember when I was younger, I would like, it's weird. I even knew that, like, I even felt this way back then, is I'm like, if you betray me, I want to make you feel the loneliness that I feel on a daily basis. Which was very interesting. Maybe there was a degree of, that actually makes sense. These people I project like my bad parts onto. They are parts of me. By extension, that was a form of self-flagellation. That was a representation of the things bad in me. And I would punish it with the one thing that I thought was worse and more intolerable than anything else in the world. Something to think about. Well, I love when I end these videos on the somber notes. I'm better now, by the way. Thank you guys for watching. And like, comment, subscribe if you like this. Take your fucking meds, please.